Hey guys, welcome back to All About My Jesus Homestead. I'm out here on my lunch break right now, giving the goats a little bit of a break. We've got Miss Annabelle out with little Lainey. She's getting some grass. And then of course you have this little girl right here, keeping an eye on me, waiting for me to throw the ball, but it's way too hot. Try to get out here before the rain starts coming in again. We've been getting some afternoon showers here in Florida. As long as I can make it through the video without crying, I wanted to pop on here and just to give you an update as to what's going on here, to all of the ones that follow my channel, especially for the ones that really enjoy seeing the dog videos that I post. And I know it's been a little bit since I've actually posted a video. There's been a lot going on. Some time away, work, some heartache. So a week ago from yesterday, unfortunately, we lost our captain. We had to put him to sleep, unfortunately. He was our older one, the black one, our black shepherd. He was 10 years old. He had a severe case of hip dysplasia, but he was still extremely active. He was still getting around really well. He did have arthritis on top of that, and we thought for sure that with him having the hip dysplasia, that would have been, it would have led us up to that point to make that decision to put him to sleep. But unfortunately, on Monday last week, the day before, he was absolutely perfect. He was running around, he was eating, he was moving just fine. He slept good that night, and that morning, my husband decided to stay home from work, and I ended up calling in because I let the dogs out as normal, like we always do, brought them back in to eat. I happened to look back, and Captain was on the ground, and he just didn't want to move. And he refused to eat, which was very, very, very unusual for him. He was our eater. Like, he would eat anything that you put in front of him. And he did not want to miss out on breakfast ever. We happened to have him lay down, and I looked down in the stomach and noticed that he was pretty bloated. And at first I thought, well, maybe he just ate something that was bad. Maybe he got into something outside. Wasn't really sure. I mean, there were no other signs. He just was really bloated, so we gave him a few minutes. Then he just really wouldn't move at all, and he was just kind of whimpering. So we made that decision to get him into the vet's office that morning. We took Shay with us because she's never really been by herself. She's always been attached to him, and we didn't want to leave her home alone because she would stress. So to make a long story short, we brought him into the vet's office. They had to put him on a stretcher, unfortunately, because he wouldn't walk. Took him back to get an ultrasound. The vet came in probably like 5 minutes later and said, unfortunately, the prognosis is not good. So we knew immediately that it was not going to be good news that day. So come to find out, he actually had cancer, and we had no clue. Something in his stomach ruptured, and his stomach was full of blood. And having our hands tied, knowing that we were going to lose him, that was just devastating to us. We knew eventually, like I said at the beginning, that we would have to make that decision one day, but if it would have been the hip dysplasia, we could have, slowly transitioned into that and made a plan. But bringing him in that day and then losing him on that day was it was horrific. And I know a lot of you that watch our videos, I'm sure you've lost dogs and cats, and we've lost goats, and we've had devastation here, losing chickens, but there was something about him that was just so special. Shay, our other shepherd, of course, she is extremely special to our hearts, and it will be just as devastating. I can't throw it right now, baby. It's way too hot. It's going to be just as devastating with her. But Captain definitely, he was our heart. It was very, very difficult, to say the least. We do live on 2.5 acres. We do have a big part of our pasture in the back, so we did bring him home and we buried him here on the property. And a couple years ago, we buried one of our goats back there, so we do have our own little area in the back that we have specifically for our animals. I had somebody question me, why didn't you cremate him? It's just really costly to do that. That would have been an option, but we chose to do it this way. So, but now we just have Shay. She's definitely going through a phase right now. She's extremely clingy, extremely lovable. She's never really been a snuggler, but she knows now that it's just her, and she's kind of turned into a clingy snuggler. So that's the plus. I mean, she's 8 years old herself, so she's definitely getting up there. But knowing that it's just her now, we're putting a lot of our time, all of our time actually, and our effort into her and our farm animals, obviously. But it's only been a week, so we've got to give ourselves grace. We know that God's hand is on it. We know that there's a plan. We don't understand sometimes when things like this happen, but we all have a time and a place when we're going to go one day, whether it's us or animals. And we trust God, and He still loves us, even in the circumstances, even in the hard times that we have to walk out. So anyway, Miss Shay Shay, just keep her in your thoughts and your prayers while she transitions through this. She's doing a lot better, but she still mopes around, especially at night. They slept together and on the same blankets, so it's definitely been a hard time. So, but anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you an update, and I pray that you have a good rest of the day, and I will talk to you soon. Have a blessed day.